Hello everybody, this is Wayne Carnegie with a UV unwrapping tutorial. It's a UV unwrapping tutorial. So I'm gonna save my scene as grenade number 2. Okay, cool. Alright, cool. So something I want to show you guys. So for example, I modeled this and modeled this German grenade here. And I need, in order, before I able to get this kind of texture from here to here, I need to do something called a UV unwrap, unfold. In the very first class, we played around with what that is. Okay, Google, and I'll show you UV unwrap, UV unwrapping, and I click here. So what it means by UV unwrap. So for example, if I click on this, this is the character's UV unwrap. You see this? So in order to paint on the object, you'll have to UV unwrap this so you could get to, in order to paint on it. Same thing that we played around with the box. Like the characters are different, but you still have to UV unwrap them so you can able to paint on the image, the flat image, so it could reflect on the here. All right. Okay. Cool. All right. Another thing I want to show you. So we have, like, for example, look at this hydrant here. This is the UV unwrap for the hydrant. You know, for you be able to paint on this. So yeah. Uh, here's like a UV unwrap for this well. This is the UV unwrap when it's unfold. So basically you want to able to flatten the faces so you can be able to paint on them. So now that we kind of have a little understanding, um, now that we have a little understanding here, we could we could okay, hold on a second. So the very first thing I like to do, sorry guys. So yeah, the very first thing I like to do, I like to select everything, just like so. Then I go to UV, bring up the UV editor. You could turn off your reference artwork for now. Looks like this. There's UVs on there, but obviously these need to be fixed. So you have the editor here, and then you have the object that you're UV unwrapping here. We should look at this shape. We have a particularly cylindrical kind of shape right throughout. Cylindrical. So we're gonna fix that. So we're gonna go to UV, planar, option box, edit, reset. Make sure you keep image height ratio, check it on, and click camera. Hit apply. Once you do that, You see that it's kind of scaled down in there. Now we project it, but it's not unwrapped. So we could turn off the checker pattern by clicking here. Select everything, turn off the checker pattern, minimize our UV editor. We need to, in order to, instead of like go through all of these at once, we need to do them one at a time. So we're gonna go back here, we're gonna go UVs, 3D cut and sew tool. Then we're gonna click at the top here, probably like here, like so. If you use your left mouse button and double click, you see this thick white line? The thick white line means it's cut. Then you could go to the back of it and cut another line down the center. That's all we need. So press Q on your keyboard to go back to your view. If you should isolate select by clicking this button here up top, you notice that when we were cutting, this doesn't have any cap at the bottom, but it does have a cap at the top. So we need to cut this off, cut a line down the middle, and that's it. That's it. So you see where you see the thick white line here? It means we did and do a cut. So, and it's actually cylindrical. So I'm gonna select here, go to UV editor, press F to frame, right click and hold, go to shell, select the shell, go underneath where it said unfold, click on the button and click unfold. So here we are with the unfold of this object. All right, cool. So we could choose to select the shell, press W on the keyboard, move it down. We could select here and whatnot. Okay, so this piece is done. Also, blue means good. So if you click on these guys up here, if you click blue, make sure you click this one to show you a blue display. Okay, this one here. See it? Yeah, very good. All right, cool. Let's move on to the other pieces. So we have this piece. Let's isolate select it. You notice that this doesn't have any top block in it. This doesn't have any bottom block in it. I'm going to minimize the UV editor to show you better. This doesn't have any top block in it. This doesn't have any bottom block in it. So we need only one cut on this. So going to go to UV, 3D cut and sew tool, and cut here. So you see that line? We're good. Now we need to go to our, press F to frame, right click, and go to UV shell, select everything, and unfold. And we have to click on arrange. We could press E on your keyboard and just kind of rotate this so it's straight. Okay, very good. Very good. Okay, right click, go to object mode, and we could go edit, delete by type, history. So this get wiped out. Moving on. So we have this last piece here. All right, I'm gonna minimize my UV editor, select it, isolate it, press F to frame. If you look on the bottom, the top doesn't have anything. The bottom does have something. So we need to get our UV 3D cut and sew tool. We need to cut off the bottom here. See with that thick white line, it means it's cut. And then we need to cut one line in the corner, and I think that's it. We don't have to cut the top because there's already a hole in the top. I don't know if you get in the logic already. Okay, so we use this Q key, go to UV, press F to frame, and right click, go to UV shell and unfold it, and orient, align and layout, orient shell. So now if we should unisolate everything, we'd gone through and unwrapping, cutting and unwrapping all these three shapes. Now we need to go in the UV editor. After you're done unwrapping everything, so for example, if you have this cup or whatnot, your item is made up of three parts. Uh, my grenade is made up of three parts here. It's grenade. So I'm gonna right click, go to UV shell, select everything, scroll down where it said layout, arrange and layout. So arrange and layout is gonna be closed up. You want to open it up by clicking the arrow. and scroll down to the layout, and that's it. So now I'm gonna press R and kind of scale them in, select everything and scale them in a little bit, and that's it. Okay, so this here is done. Okay, all right. Next move we're gonna do, we're gonna go to Edit, Delete by Type, History, and turn on my grid. And the next thing we're gonna have to do, we're gonna have to go to the hypershade. So click on this blue orb here, blue orb, or we go Windows, Rendering Editors, Hypershade. So here's the hypershade here. Here's the hypershade. And I want you to in here, I want you to hit tab in your keyboard and type in AI standard surface. And here it is. Okay, remember to save your scene because we just did a lot of work there and it'll be a shame. Okay, we're gonna save my scene. Okay, so we create a shader here. We need to call this shader, click on here, see where the name is, highlight it and call it grenade or whatever your object is called. Grenade underscore matte. Okay, you could give it a color if you want. I'm gonna give it like a brown color. And I'm gonna select the whole entire grenade here. Right click and hold it. All the way to the bottom where it says assign existing material. And here is our grenade material. Okay, congratulations. That's it. And this object, as I said, is UV unwrap. If I turn on the checker pattern, this object is UV unwrap. Okay, remember to go to edit, delete by type, and history after you're done unwrapping and unfold. So that is my list of lessons for more. Look out for more UV unwrapping. Look out for more UV unwrapping exercise to come in the coming weeks. Thank you and take care.